All right.
Good evening, everybody. I hope you all are having a great start to your week. As you can see, we do have a new face on the show tonight. Uh, for those of you who know and are wondering, Gigglebug Mercy had a little too much going on her plate, and she wanted to get back to doing her own streaming. So she decided she wanted to take a step back. And the podcast was one of the easiest areas she could take a step back from. So tonight we have CyclonicVortex as the co-host. Tonight's kind of a trial run to see how we mesh with each other. Fucking Graham.
That's right, Graham. That's right.
But see how we mesh together, see if it works out and all, and go from there. And I think it's gonna work out pretty well, but I don't want anybody to get hopes up and something go wrong or whatever. Appreciate you getting that shout out, Graham. Hi, Ivory. How you doing? But so tonight we do not have a guest. We're just gonna be kind of bullshitting around, talking. Here, all Mitches. The fuck you talking about? Huh? Doing pretty good myself. I can't speak for Cyclonic here, but doing pretty good myself.
Hey, I can't complain, man. I'm above dirt, so can't complain at all. It finally warmed up in my neck of the woods, so we're not all frozen anymore. So that worked out good.
Crazy. The male version of a bitch is still a bitch. You ain't gotta come up with some stupid ass name for it. Yeah, it's warmed up here right now, but we're supposed to have another cold front coming in this weekend, I believe. For us on the East Coast, but
Yeah, I think we're good. We're supposed to be good for I think the next couple of weeks. But hell, it's Oklahoma. We never know. That may change 5 minutes from now.
yeah, we're supposed to have some rain coming in later this week too. Well, you and I are roughly the same area. We're only a few hours apart. Good song. I haven't heard this one in a minute.
What's up, Ben?
Benism, what's up? But yeah, we're just gonna be hanging out, talking, answering questions, kind of getting more information out of Cyclonic here to get to know him better as a co-host and to the community. So if y'all have any
So be prepared to
questions,
get bored. I'm pretty boring.
fair
Just a
ivory.
dad with kids and all that fun
God
stuff.
damn it, Ben. I'm sorry, but if Mercy shaved her head and sounded like that, I'd probably run.
Hey, I wouldn't blame you.
I
I wouldn't blame you a bit.
love how he had to throw the no mercy in there. So Ben, I know it's your Wednesday. How's your week going over there in Australia? How's everybody else's week starting out? And while we wait on y'all's replies, Cyclonic, let the community know what got you into streaming.
Well, actually, before I started streaming on Twitch, I would stream to Facebook and another platform that I can't recall what the name of it is. Severe Studios. Um, I would go out and do weather spotting, storm spotting out here in Oklahoma. And I would stream from my vehicle to Severe Studios where everybody across the world could tune in and watch. And kind of got a little bit of a following with that, so I decided to come over to Twitch. A couple of buddies that I played Fortnite with were streaming over here on Twitch, so I came over and, well, that's how it started.
Okay.
And here we are 2 years, 3 years later, and finally getting my studio rebuilt. And once I'm out there, it'll be a whole lot better.
Fair enough. So do you plan on doing any of the storm chasing type stuff on Twitch, doing an IRL stream with that, or no?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, definitely do. The internet out here is kind of spotty when it comes to mobile, especially during storms, so it makes it a little bit tough, but I can make it happen.
Alright.
Now, I will say this, that I'm not going to be the next Reed Timmer that drives up next to a tornado and goes, "Hey guys, look at that, there's a tornado." Yeah, I tend to stay back. I've got 4 kids and enjoy life, so yeah, I don't really care to be that close to them.
Gotcha. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. Oh, god damn it.
Oh
Long
man,
day.
quit that shit.
I'm trying. I'm trying. So, what do you stream as of right now?
So here lately, I've been streaming Grand Theft Auto. I play on an RP server, New Energy RP, and I play a criminal over there. And I just built a cop character to start streaming that. So we'll see how that goes. But my criminal character is who I normally play as, and who I stream. Um, the other day we stole some tractors and ran from the cops in them, and yeah, it was a blast. Unfortunately, wasn't streaming it, but I do have some video of it. Aside from that, I stream Phasmophobia, Rocket League, Fortnite, and then the IRL streams.
Okay. Yeah, I remember you saying something about that, Ben. How's she liking it so far? She's 2 days in, getting ready to go on third. She's still super excited every morning, or is it the newness wearing off? So you're kind of a variety streamer.
Yeah.
When do you normally stream?
So as of right now, I don't have a schedule. Once I get the studio done, I'll have a schedule set up. Probably gonna go full time. Um, Now I say full time. That's meaning every day. I may take a couple days off throughout the week, but I won't be streaming from morning to evening.
Gotcha.
So typically I start streaming at about 6 p.m. Obviously on Tuesdays I'll take a break from my stream, come over here and co-host this with you if
Gotcha.
everything works out. So
Welcome
and
in,
then it just
Triple Creek. Thank you very much for the
yeah
follow earlier.
that's the wifey.
I know I wasn't gonna put it out over stream unless you wanted to put it out over stream.
Ah, it's all good.
We do appreciate you coming in and supporting. High school does have some very good memories. It can have some rough memories too, but most of it's good.
Best memories, huh? All right, see how it is.
Mystic Sphinx, how do you find us tonight? Well, you've been in here before because it's not first time chatter, but I don't recognize the name. Did you have a name change? Appreciate you coming in to spread the support and love. You'll claim him, you guess. You did. What was your name before? You got me curious now. Oh, okay. I got you. I didn't realize you underwent a name change, man. Appreciate you coming in. Hope your week's going all right. Oh, fuck you, Espeon. I even threw a damn Ultra Ball at your ass.
I had the Pokemon community game at one time, and I don't know what happened. I guess I got rid of it or something.
Went through a whole change? Nice, man. Nice. Um, well, I'm glad to have you in here. Hope your week's going all right. I will at some point. So we have Triple Creek in the chat, who is Cyclonic's better half.
Much better half.
um, he is going to be my new co-host as long as everything goes according to plan. We do not have a guest tonight, like I said earlier. We're just going to be shooting the shit, talking about some stuff on Twitch, and talking with y'all. If y'all have questions for either one of us, excuse me, go ahead and ask them in chat, and we will get to them. So, Cyclonic, what's some of the biggest pet peeves you've run into on Twitch that you've noticed?
Man, follow for follow. That's the number one. I hate it when people come into your stream and start talking about, hey man, if you follow me, I'll follow you back. I've actually had people do this.
Mm-hmm.
It annoys the hell out of me. I'm not going to follow you if you come in my stream and be like, hey, I'll follow you. I don't need your follow that bad. I mean,
Not to mention,
it's not been. Go ahead.
I thought you were done. My bad. I was going to say, not to mention, most of the time they follow and then never show back up.
Right. Yeah. I mean, all they're doing is trying to get follows.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a viewer or a streamer, don't fall for that.
Yeah. What's up, Wiki?
Because
I see
people
you.
do it all the time.
Hold on a second. Sorry, had a question from the other end of the house.
Getting
God damn it,
Wendy's.
Wiki. Babe, did you shut up Mystic yet? Okay, I got it. Flip me off because I got you.
As I'm typing it.
Wendy's does sound good.
I was almost done with the minute.
My bad.
Almost done, you little shit.
God damn it. Wendy's does sound good. Fuck y'all for making me hungry. Wendy's Baconator. With some
Right.
fries dipped into a chocolate frosty.
I mean, I'd be happy with just the first part of the Baconator, just the bacon.
Fair.
They can keep everything else.
Double Days with a frosty and large fry. See, I don't care for onion that much, so I'll go with the Baconator. Of course, we know we shout everybody out in here. If you're already down in the fridge, beer,
Can or bottle? You've got 2 bottles left.
can.
Oh, yeah.
They have mint ones now again.
You're lucky. I like you.
Thank you, Ben. Excuse me.
Gross.
Wait, they have meant what?
Oh,
Frosties?
Frosties, I think is what she's talking about.
Yeah.
By the way, Triple Creek, I think everybody would get a real kick out of it if you just appeared on stream and smacked the shit out of him one time.
Do it.
Oh.
Where's my shot collar at? I'll take care of that shit real quick.
Wow. Bacon is its own food group. It is the sticky tape of the food world. No, it's the
Hell yeah.
duct tape of the food world.
That it does fix it.
Man, that's the thing. You can take
Try that one night.
bacon.
What?
You and Cameron's don't agree? Gotcha.
You can take bacon and turn almost anything good. And yeah, she won't get on camera. She's shy. I tried to get her to do like a couple stream with me. And yeah, it never happened. Never happened. The only time she's ever came in on stream is when it was my birthday and her and the kids came in and brought me cake on stream.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, she can just hide behind your little background there and reach around and smack you.
Right. Yeah, but she'd have to walk through the door, which you can see right over there.
Yeah,
bit.
but if she moved quickly enough, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
I gotta talk shit. Got to. So, Wiki, what are you up to tonight? Ben, I'm assuming you're getting ready for work here shortly. Or you're at work, one of the two. What's up, country? Welcome in. Have you noticed anything on Twitch that you want to talk about? Or any changes you've noticed in things that you'd like to talk about with everybody? Or anything like that?
Not really. So I just recently started streaming again, so I haven't really picked up anything major that's changed. The biggest thing that I've seen since I've come back, well, basically I came back into Reaper Central Discord. So like right after I started streaming, I found you guys. And I've noticed that my viewer count has gone up significantly since. So I appreciate that for everybody out in the Reaper Central community. And
12. You're good. Sorry.
Oh, no. So yeah, I haven't really noticed anything major that's different that I like or dislike with Twitch specifically. So
Okay.
I know once I'm able to get the studio done, start streaming more, I'm gonna have to do a lot of work on my OBS because I have all kinds of stuff going crazy on OBS. Which we've seen a little bit of that earlier with the sounds and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely a work in progress to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Takes quite a bit of tweaking. Question from your wife. What is one thing you would tell a beginning streamer who is just getting started? You go first, since it came from your wife.
Be consistent. That is one of the biggest things that I've noticed where streams fail is people are not consistent. The other thing is be unique. Have something that's unique, that's good content that people are going to want to watch. Without those two things, you're probably not going to make it.
I agree with you on the
I know,
consistency.
but
The unique side, I'm not going to completely agree with you on.
right. Well,
Because,
the consistency was the more of that, but
yeah, consistency 100%. Being consistent is how you grow, because people don't know when to find you. Now, when we say consistent,
right.
we don't mean stream every fucking day. Have a schedule, stick to it. You don't have to play
Yep.
the same thing every day.
Don't be Mercy.
Mercy says, don't be
Some
Mercy.
hey, some people play the same game every single day, every single time that they stream.
Some people
But
do.
you know, the content that you put out is not just about the game you're playing. The content's the conversation with your chat. It's everything that you do.
Yep.
You know,
100%.
and the content is important. If you're boring, people don't want to watch it.
Yeah, I don't know why people like watching me. I'm boring. I know that.
Huh, same. You know, I
Uh,
had a conversation with Wiki in stream the other day, and that was awesome. I enjoyed it. Somebody was finally talking in chat.
What's up, Super Sour? How you doing?
Howdy, howdy.
So Wiki, the other Choblo. Wiki, what I was getting at with the uniqueness is I am not necessarily unique in the way I do anything on my stream. The only thing I have on my stream that kind of stands out, in my opinion, is the puppy cam on my personal stream, which is not on the podcast. Now, that's only kind of stands out because there are a lot of other people out there who show off their pets on stream all the time.
Yeah.
Hey Hurley, how's it going? Now, as far as my overall content, it is pretty much run of the mill in my opinion.
Well, I mean, Twitch is
Okay.
so flooded with streamers and other streamer outlets like Kick and YouTube. It's hard to be unique.
It is.
Like to a point, it's hard to be unique with what you're streaming. You're either doing IRL streams, you're doing video game streams, or you're doing crazy shit like I want to do and go blow up a car on stream, which I have to find out if that's even able to be done on stream. I'm sure it is, but
It is very hard to be unique. Now, Wiki says uniqueness is the key because he does something very unique on Twitch, and that's build longbows on stream.
right. Yep. Well, and see, I used to do a fire safety stream where I would come in and I would talk about a specific topic when it comes to fire safety. Because if you think about fire safety, who learns about that as an adult? Nobody. Like, unless you're a firefighter. But I would come in and put a whole stream together with, certain facts, like, every minute a fire doubles in size, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So it was something unique, and I wish that I had more, more of a following back then, because it could have gotten out to more people.
Fair enough.
But as I continued it, because I was very consistent with that, I would do it, I think it was every Thursday. And as it continued and continued and continued, I seen more and more people in there, more and more people, talking in chat and actually sticking around for the whole thing.
Okay.
Morning sickness. That's always fun.
Yeah, so Hurley is a member of our community. Wow. Communities. The fuck. Her and her better half, Bones, live over in Australia, and they just recently found out that they were expecting.
Awesome.
So, once
Congratulations.
again, even though we said it in the Discord chat, congrats, Harley. Congrats, Bones, if he's somewhere listening, but I don't know if he is. Wish nothing but the best for it. Hopefully your morning sickness kind of eases off faster than expected. Yep. And everybody's wanting to know names.
Are you kidding me? That was long ago.
The fire safety is a very good thing for people to learn, like you were saying. I myself, I had to go through quite a bit of stuff like that when I was in the military, so
Right.
they made you go through quite a bit of stuff, especially when you were on the nuclear side of things,
Yeah.
because that involves all kinds of other risks. But I do agree, most people don't know how to act when a fire breaks out.
Right. Well, see, I was a fire chief for a volunteer department here in Oklahoma, and that was part of my job as a fire chief, was to do community outreach programs and things like that for the district that I served. And I got to thinking about it, like, why stop in my district? Why stop in my state? Why stop in my country? Why not put this out on Twitch and give people the opportunity to see something from a different perspective? And all the time that I was doing this, I would play Fortnite. So it picked up two different types of communities, the gaming community and then people that were interested in learning about the fire safety.
Yeah.
I did have one of my viewers get in touch with me. I did a stream over electrical fires, and one of my viewers contacted me about a week after I did the stream, and his 13-year-old daughter had watched the stream. So when he contacted me, he said, "Hey man, I want to thank you for putting that stream on, because my 13-year-old daughter, who sat and watched it with me, was able to identify and stop an electrical fire in our house." And this was
Damn.
a family with six kids.
Oh shit.
So you can imagine, you know, had she not watched that stream, it may or may not have changed anything, but because she did, she was able to recognize, hey, something's not right. and it ended up being a lamp cord that they had run under a carpet or a rug in their living room. Had worn down and shorted out.
Shit.
So she was able to get all the other kids out, wake her parents up, and they were able to get the power shut off in time before it actually caught on fire.
That's awesome.
So, gotta take props for that a little bit.
That's very awesome. Babe, what are you losing your shit over?
So Grandma's using our vacuum. She's using theirs.
Oh, the one they gave her.
Yes. It doesn't have the nice little lever to drop it. So Grandma's trying to figure out how to drop it. Just holds the head and yanks it down. She goes, now where's the power button?
Exactly, Super.
Red button on the start. I am losing it.
Hey, any way to save lives is always amazing.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, I'm not a fire chief anymore. I'm not even on the fire department anymore, but I'm still very well educated on the topic. So I'm considering bringing that back whenever I get the studio done.
Okay.
And I don't know if I'm going to or not, but I'm considering it.
I mean, it would never hurt to have something like that in there as well. But it's also
Right.
all up to what you want to do,
Exactly.
Nice, Super Sour.
Yeah. See, I wish I had the following on TikTok too, because TikTok I could reach so many more people.
Cheers, shit show. Got you for that hydrate. I appreciate you.
Hell, take care of it too.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's something that I've considered doing again. Now, I do know this much. At some point, I will be deep frying a frozen turkey. Do not do this at home, y'all.
No.
Don't do it. Do not do it. I'm doing it in a safe environment. I'll have protective clothing on, but you'll be able to see what happens when you put a frozen turkey into superheated oil. Because I'm going to make the oil way hotter than you would ever deep fry something in. So when it goes in, it's going to literally explode. So it should be a fun stream.
Now, do you know why it explodes? Do you know the science behind it, or do you just know what it does?
Oh, do I know why?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Okay,
So
hold on. We got an ad, so we'll pick that up after the ad. I'm sorry.
All right.
I didn't want you explaining it, and then people were like, well, what was the answer? Because they didn't hear it.
Right.
It's a short ad. It should only be about 15 more seconds, if that. It depends on how much you like your skin. Damn it, Benism.
Right.
Oh, shit.
No, I'll definitely be in protective gear. I still have some fire gear and things like that I can wear, so I'll definitely have that on. All right, so I think we're back from the ad.
We should be back from the ad. Now,
So,
I know the reason. I just want other people to learn the reason.
right. Well, there's this little thing called steam. And steam is a wonderful thing, but it's a very powerful thing and a very dangerous thing. And imagine if you've ever taken water or ice and you've put it into something that was extremely hot. Well, what happens to it? It immediately turns to steam. So imagine dropping a frozen turkey into a vat of superheated oil, and all this steam starts escaping underneath the oil. It gets pretty violent. That's why you never pour water on a kitchen fire.
It actually ends up creating pockets of cavitation, and when they actually implode, which is weird because you would think the steam would expand it, but it doesn't. It actually ends up imploding, and that makes the whole fucking mess.
Yeah, it gets rather interesting very quickly.
It doesn't make it any better that water and oil don't mix whatsoever.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, and that's why the reaction's so violent too.
Mm-hmm.
Is because of that fact. Water and oil don't mix.
Oh, I've seen a couple motors that would disagree with you, but yes, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a couple of cracked Chevy blocks. Yeah.
Oh, at the last job I was at, we had somebody drive their vehicle in, say it was overheating and running like shit. We said, okay. We popped the hood, noticed there was no coolant in the reservoir. Okay,
Nice.
interesting. Um, so then we decided we were going to pull the dipstick. As soon as you pulled the dipstick out, the fucking sludge just shot out the dipstick tube and made a
Nice.
fucking mess everywhere.
Good old engine milk, man. That shit's just lovely.
Yeah, no shit. Benism, watched a guy chuck a jug of water on a pan fire. He had the next 6 months off.
Yep.
Now, was that from
That'll happen.
injury or from being stupid and they're like, nah, you're gone?
Both. Was injured and they said, get the fuck out of here. Okay.
Injury? Yeah.
And see, that's another thing that I could do, Ben. You know, I could actually set it up and do a pan fire and throw water on it and let people see what happens. Now, granted, it'll be outside, so you're not going to get the full effect of what happens. But if you have, well, I don't know, I might build a little building over the top of it so everybody can see it. Because if you're in the kitchen and you throw water on a fire, on a grease fire, what's going to happen is essentially that fire is going to go up, hit your ceiling, and it's going to curve out away from the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it can be a little bitty pan. It doesn't have to be big. But when you hit it with water, you're going to know very quickly.
Yeah,
So
because
yeah, I may do something like that.
the water ends up going underneath the grease and oil, and then whenever it turns to steam in such a quick manner, it shoots it off.
Yep.
It's amazing how some physics work against physics.
Right. Well, and if for those who think your vegetable oils or cooking oils are not very flammable, go get you one of these, fill it up with vegetable oil, and light it. It'll burn.
Just make sure you're not near anything else flammable when you do it.
Right. Yeah.
I've
And I
used
mean,
vegetable oil to start fires all the damn time.
oh yeah. And with these lamps, these oil lamps, you can actually burn the oils in it, and it's fine. It just makes your house kind of smell.
Yeah.
Like it'll smell like vegetable oil or olive oil, whatever you're using.
Yeah, well, if you take something that's been used, like to cook bacon or something, you get a good
That
smell.
that would be amazing. That would be amazing.
Benism says he's been in a kitchen fire when a deep fryer caught fire. Ended up with no facial hair. The thermostat was faulty on the fryer itself.
Yeah.
That's no
Yes,
bueno.
sir.
And it's not always user error that causes these issues.
Oh yeah. No, definitely not.
Granted, there's a lot of it that is just chalked up to stupidity, but not all of it.
Right.
What's some of the dumbest things you saw as a firefighter?
Oh Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to really think about it, in all honesty, because as a firefighter, you don't really think about seeing the dumb stuff. You're thinking about saving somebody's life or property. At least for me, that's the case. Now, I did have a guy who drove his truck out into a field, and he thought because it was four-wheel drive, he could go out into this field. And how long do you want this to last? What? What are you talking about? Anyway, he drove his truck out into the field thinking his four-wheel drive was good and, you know, he could go through this wet-ass field. He found out otherwise rather quickly. But he also found out what a catalytic converter does when it's in tall grass. It set the field on fire, burned his truck up, burnt down a barn. We sunk probably 3 or 4 of the fire trucks trying to get out there to it.
God damn.
I mean, we had to have one of the neighboring farm guys brought his tractor over and started trying to pull all the fire trucks out. So, it happens. People don't think about it, and they do just random dumb shit. Like, oh, well, the wind's only blowing 50 miles an hour and it's dry as shit, but surely I can burn my trash. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, that's true. So I see what she's talking about now.
I kind of figured that's where she was going, but...
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's kind of hard for me to remember the dumb shit because I don't really think of it that way when I'm responding to stuff like that. But Rome, or Grim, good God, I keep calling him Rome. I don't know why. Grim, it's a very interesting question. My professional answer is don't do it. My me answer is that's fucking badass. Let's do it. So I'll try it.
Gathering type game. God damn. I mean, it'll definitely be a learning experience for some.
It would.
You stand there and
watching,
catch this.
Yeah, no shit. for anybody watching, we're joking around about this shit, but it is a pretty serious issue. Like, people, they panic when their house is looking like it's going to burn, that pan catches on fire on the stove, they panic, they throw water on it, and it makes the situation far worse.
What the fuck, Grim? Grim, what are you on about burning people for tonight? God damn. Asking for a friend. Load bearing,
I don't
asking
know, man.
for a friend. Gotcha.
Is that some kind of new kink that nobody's talking about?
I have no fucking clue.
Like a Grim kink?
I'm not excluding myself, or I mean them.
Right.
Oh, wow. Grim, you know we love you around here, but goddamn, you are off the wall sometimes.
Indeed. But hey, you know what? It's great. Gives us something to talk about.
Right, Ruby, welcome in. How'd you find the channel tonight? I appreciate the follow. And Grim beat me to it. Look at that. Oh, from Grim? Okay.
From Grim. We're sorry.
Ish.
Welcome in, though. We'll take care of it. Yeah, Ish.
I mean, if she can deal, she or he, the Ruby part makes me want to say she, sorry.
You could just say they.
Whatever. If you can deal with Grim, you can deal with us, so you're good.
Oh.
What about habanero cowboys with slingshots and packets full of habanero powder? Sweet,
Jesus Christ, that brings up memories. Oh, that brings up memories, Grim. So, I gotta tell this story. Y'all get a kick out of this shit.
Oh, fuck.
Back when I was younger, we used to carry around slingshots out here in the country because that's what we fucking did as kids. We'd carry them around, pick up rocks, shoot shit. We got the bright idea one time to take coffee filters and pack them full of habanero pepper seasoning and shoot them at each other. Fuck. So I can tell you that a coffee filter is not a strong enough packaging to shoot through a slingshot.
No.
Because as soon as you send it, it breaks open and you get covered with whatever the hell's in it. And it's not a happy feeling.
And that's how you learned you didn't like pepper spray.
Right. Yes.
You ever been tear gassed?
I have never been tear gassed, but I have been pepper sprayed.
Okay.
Not direct pepper sprayed, but definitely blowback. I've had to use it.
I thought it was one of those things that everybody who was using it had to experience it.
Nah.
Hmm.
That's all a myth, man. It's just like the taser. You don't have to take the ride on the taser to carry one. Have I taken the ride on taser? Fuck yes. But it is what it is. Now they don't. Now there are some departments that do require you to, get sprayed or get tased or
Experience it
whatever.
so you know what you're putting people through.
Right. And my question to them has always been, so you want me to take a shot to the face with pepper spray so I can see what it feels like? You want me to get shot with a taser so I can see what it feels like? But you're going to let me carry a 9mm or a 40 or an AR, and you don't want me to shoot myself with that to see what it feels like?
Well, that's lethal.
Yes, it is, but I mean, it fits the concept.
I mean, kind of. I see where you're going, but you're going from non-lethal, kind of warding people off, to stop them dead in their tracks.
Right.
I guess I shouldn't be saying that word since we're doing YouTube VOD uploads, huh?
Unalive.
I don't-
Unalive them in their tracks.
Yeah. I forgot that was an issue on YouTube. Speaking of which, guys, sorry to take a sidebar. The YouTube channel for Reaper Central is up. It's in the announcements if you want to get the link. Right now, I believe it's just the Tuesday night VODs that have been uploaded. We're working on getting more stuff uploaded to it. You're not wrong, Ruby. You're not wrong. You could be allergic to the pepper spray and it could end up being lethal. But at that point, should you really be fucking around and finding out?
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, a lot of people don't realize this, but
Fuck around and find out.
quite a few years ago, they changed both pepper spray and taser from non-lethal to less lethal. Because the shit does kill people. It can kill you.
If done the right way, yeah, I could. Yeah, I see where you're going.
So they actually had to change the definition or the description to less lethal rather than non-lethal.
Kind of like the beanbag rounds for a shotgun.
Right. Yep.
Ben, god damn it. Kind of like pissing on an electric fence. You know it's gonna hurt like fuck, but you still end up convincing someone to do it.
Right.
Didn't you?
I'd never convinced that man to do it. He did it on his own. He didn't realize the fence was hot again.
That's hilarious.
So I've told the story before, but I don't think you were around at that point. So when I was younger, my dad and I used to go up to Pennsylvania every year, not far from where a member or two from the community live. And we would go up there to visit my uncle who raised cattle, beef cattle, and he had probably 2.5, 3 acres and a hot wire fence. Every summer we went up there, the fence was always broken and it had to be repaired. Well, this one summer, my dad and I had just finished repairing the fence, turned it on, and we went to go find my uncle to let him know it was good. Well, we get about halfway across the field, and we hear this blood-curdling yell. We're like, what the fuck happened? Well, we finally get over there to him, and he goes, did you turn the fence on? We said, yeah. He goes, I was fucking taking a leak. Well, you shouldn't have been pissing on the fence knowing it was being worked on.
Right. I mean, I'm not going to piss on an electric fence whether it works or not. Because I don't want to find out the hard way that the fence is active. And I mean, what's the point of that anyway? What would be the point of pissing on the fence? Like, you're not behind a privacy fence.
Well, he had woods surrounding his property, so nobody could see him from anywhere. It was just people on the property. And at that time, it was just him, my dad, and myself.
Right.
And he was
but
across the
why
field.
the fence?
I don't think
But
he
why
wanted.
the fence?
I think he didn't want to walk around to get outside of the fence to do it, so he was just trying to piss through it, but ended up hitting the fence. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. But like me, I just like piss away from the fence.
I don't know. It was funny though. It was funny as shit. He was cussing us the whole fucking week we were there.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It had a lot of fun up there. Oh, Ben, that's like you convince somebody to grab it because it doesn't hurt. But you don't actually put your
Right.
hand on it. You just put your hand around it and make them think you touched it, and then watch them grab it.
Yeah.
That's a good prank too.
Yeah, well, my luck, I'd try to put my hand around it and end up fucking touching it.
It also depends on the strength of the electric fence. Because they have some
True.
that are just a light shock, just enough to make you go, maybe I don't want to touch that. And then they have some that are like, fuck, what did I do?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to think about it. It's there to stop a cow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was set up to
You know,
stop several cows.
right. Yeah, and if it's going to make a cow walk up to it and go, fuck that, I'm not going through that. You can just imagine. Especially if you're pissing on it. Jesus Christ. Ooh.
It's always fun talking about old stories like that, though. For the life of us, we never figured out why he was actually doing that, but he did it. And we got a kick out of it, and that's what pissed him off more.
Yeah. Well, and you got a story to tell, too. So,
Yep.
shit, I've got hundreds and thousands of stories I could tell dumb shit I did when I was a kid, but I don't think we have enough time.
Keep him coming back in the next week for more.
Right?
Dumb stories with Cyclonic.
Exactly. Oh, dude, fuck, I can go anywhere from chopping my finger off with a hatchet to having my head busted open with a piece of rebar, all the way
Hold,
to
hold on,
fucking
hold on,
jumping bicycles.
hold on here. Chopped a finger off with a hatchet.
So, I don't know if y'all be able to see it, but this finger is a little bit odd shaped compared to the other one. Of course, I'm getting older now, so it doesn't really look like much, but. So, I think I was about 11, and this finger, the tip of it, the hatchet went straight through the center of the fingernail, and it
Ooh.
was hanging by a piece of skin right back here at the back. They
And
sewed it back on,
Hmm.
but yeah, I can't feel shit on that finger.
I mean, at least they were able to reattach, and you're not just missing a chunk of your finger.
Yeah, yeah. Although it'd be a cooler story if that was like a point, half a finger.
Yeah. I mean, it might make things more difficult to do in life, but yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
Now, I don't know if you're left-handed or right-handed, so I don't know if that was your dominant hand or not, but.
It's not, thank God. Yeah, I'm right-handed, but
I'm having a bad habit of I keep looking over at the screen Discord's on because my camera used to be on the same screen that Discord was on till I did the
right.
rearrangement. So I keep looking away from the goddamn chat, and I'm sorry for that, guys.
That's right, man. I'm doing the same thing. I'm trying not to, but it's really hard whenever you have two different screens and you're seeing your image on one and on the other one, but this one over here is live. I can see this one as I'm moving. This one over here is delayed by about 5 to 10 seconds. So anything that I do where this one shows up, this one shows it up, 5 to 10 seconds later. So it kind of fucks with your brain a
Well,
little bit.
mine are both pretty much live because it's being broadcast from my end.
Right, right.
Um,
Well, see, I'm actually watching the chat through Twitch, so
mhm,
I've got that delay.
yeah. Ben, why do you torture kids like that? And why did you shove your hand in a wood chipper? I've got multiple questions here, my friend. Like, What were you doing with that wood chipper that you had to stick your hand far enough in to lose the end of your finger for it? You're supposed to use
That's
other things to push it through, not your hand. Pretty sure they actually come with a tool to push it through it.
yeah, but it's not as exciting.
Till you experience losing the tip of your finger.
Right. But I mean, that's how we learn shit, you know? We have to lose a digit or an arm or a leg or something.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough to learn from a little bit of pain that I don't have to lose something for it to happen.
Right.
Oh, that was sharp. I cut myself. I'm not doing that again.
Well, you know, I mean, it works either way because, I mean, they were able to reattach it, but I've never chopped the tip of my finger off with a hatchet again.
Damn, you went into the discharge chute. That sucks.
I'm at.
What'd you do? Trip over your own 2 feet?
Jesus.
What, babe? Okay.
So, Ben, I got to ask this question. Since you tripped into the discharge chute, is it okay to say that you gave yourself the finger?
God damn it.
Because I mean, looking back at it, you're probably laughing about it, going, you know, fuck off, you know, dumb shit that I did, you know, whatever. But since you went into the discharge chute and it chopped off your finger from that direction, it had to shoot it back at you. That's true, but it gave it right back, did it not?
You've piqued Grimm's interest at this point. He's trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. Ruby, if you're still around, let us know if you stream and what you stream if you do. Let us know a little bit about yourself in chat, please. So, Ben, how was the rest of that day? Did you just wrap in a bandage and keep going, or did you call it a day? I've got to know how you reacted to this.
It's a little bit of both.
Yeah, a little bit of both. So, Ruby, most weeks we are going to have a interviewee. We try to bring on other content creators and interview them and spread their story and their channel to everybody. And that's a ditto. I gotta catch that. Sorry. But every now and then, when we don't have an interviewee, we will be doing just the two of us talking with chat and talking about random bullshit and talking about Twitch stuff and whatnot. As long as we keep it within terms of service, we're good.
Shirt around it, packed my tools, and went to the emergency room. Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, Ruby, if you got anything that you want to add to the conversation, feel free to do it. And if you have a subject you want us to touch on, have at it. Because tonight is one of those nights we do not have an interviewee. Crazy Bisha with the 5 biddies? Yeah, 5. I had to count for a second. Thank you very much. I'm waiting to see Ruby's response here.
Right.
Still around, mainly stream games such as Last of Us and Fortnite and God of War. Okay. I do. Not a problem. Did you just flip me off? Oh, fuck you. I see why now.
Yeah. She's catching all the Pokemon.
She just caught the fucking ditto.
Too long enough.
It didn't pop up on my end until after you flipped me off, which is kind of irritating. Welcome back, Superstar. Nothing to be sorry about. I'm glad to have you back. So, Ruby, are you affiliated? Sorry, go ahead.
My most recent dumbass experience is when I was on the fire department. We did a cookout and I was going to do the cooking. And I bought a brand new mandolin slicer so that we
Oh,
could
fuck.
slice up the tomatoes and all that shit. So I pull this fucking thing out of the package, go over to the sink, go to start washing it, getting it ready to cut the food with. And for some reason, my hand twitched or did something weird, and I dropped it, and my brain said, try to catch it. So I did.
And you were successful in catching it, I guarantee it.
Oh, I was very successful in catching it. Yep, it went right down the middle finger right there, sliced both sides all the way down to the bone. So yeah, that was a pretty interesting experience.
Yeah, my
I did
most
learn a
recent.
lesson.
Don't catch blades when they're falling.
Right, yep, just let it fall. It's not going to go that far.
Oh, this should be good. That is your latest, really? Is it though? Oh shit. My
I
latest one
mean,
was dropping a fucking axle on my goddamn pinky when I was doing a press and bearing on it.
shit.
Oh, yeah, that
Man, those suck. Those suck. I'd rather be cut any day than get crushed. Any
Oh,
part,
well,
it doesn't matter.
this did a little bit of both. It cut and smashed.
Oof. Yeah. So what is my most recent then?
Okay, Ruby. No worry. No worries. If you want to bring up anything about Twitch or a game that you saw that you like or stuff like that, you can bring up stuff like that. But if you'd rather refrain, I understand. I'm not gonna push anybody. Um, I keep wanting to call him Miss Cyclonic.
Right. She needs to change her name.
Well, and also Ruby, thank you for being here so late for you, because I know it's late as shit for you over there in the UK. But Triple Creek, I definitely want to know. You don't even
Oh,
know what the
what?
most recent, what the latest one is, but you're gonna bring up that comment? Come on, you gotta give some dirt on
Yeah. We want to know about this asshole. Come on. Tell us
them.
about him. That's true, Ben.
I mean, you're not
And
wrong, Ben, but damn, tell them that they're gonna lose their fucking finger for picking their nose? That's a little excessive.
if it's the bad one.
I mean, but it is funny though. You gotta admit. I
Yeah.
would probably tell my kids that.
Oh, fuck. God
Don't
damn
you
it.
start that shit.
I haven't been able to stop it, babe.
I know, and it's contagious.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I try to cover and hide it and hold it back as much as I can, but it doesn't always work.
Right.
Playing with the kids while in a doorway where hinges live.
Oh, but that wasn't my fuck up, all right? So, the other day, me and my oldest daughter are having like a shoving match through the door of my bedroom. I'm trying to shut the door. She keeps pushing it open. And like, I'll open it up real quick when they try to push it open and make them fall towards me. And this goes back and forth. Well, then my youngest daughter jumps in, which is, she's 8. She jumps in and starts playing too. And then I was like, all right, that's enough, that's enough, that's enough. And like, all right, Dad said that's enough. I was thinking this. I was thinking that was it. We were done. Well, I go to shut my door, and my 8-year-old little freaking princess, evil child, has her hand in the hinge part of the door.
Oh shit.
And I smashed the shit out of her finger. Well, being dad, like, I just hurt my baby girl. fuck, now I'm all like, shit, I'm an asshole. And, you know, I quickly open the door, quickly walk her over to the sink. And you got everybody that's ever had this happen knows that it hurts like a bitch. And the first instinct is what? Put ice on it, run cold water on it. Which, if anybody's ever had this done, hurts like a bitch.
It does.
So, but it's the best thing you can do for it right at that moment. So, here I am. I just hurt my little girl with the damn door. And now I'm having to run cold water on her hand because, as dad, I know that's the best thing to do at that moment.
And she's in even more pain and crying. And
yeah, and I mean, like, as soon as it happened, she went into like a panic mode, just scream that I can't even describe. It's like one of those screams that, as a dad, you hear your daughter make the sound, and it's like, who the fuck just did this? Like, you know, you turn into a completely different person. So, yeah, that was recent. I'll give her that. That was recent. We're talking about me here, though, babe. Not.
We're talking about him hurting himself, not
kids.
hurting somebody else. Oh man.
The best part of it, though, is after after it was all said and done, my oldest daughter was like, "I opened the door as soon as you shut it." Like, no, you didn't. Yeah, I did. I was standing right there. I opened the door. I was like, no, you were across the room. I opened the door. You weren't even near the door. Oh, no, I was right. Yeah, she's trying to convince herself that she was right there at the door.
And maybe trying to make herself feel better about it because she felt bad that it happened.
Right.
Dragonstorm, doing pretty good. I hope you're doing well. You're good, Ruby. You're good. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm having a few while we do this. Speaking of that, I need to make space for a couple more. So, Cyclonic, you get to entertain chat while I step away for a moment.
Yeah, and then I'll be following up. So, as soon as you get back, I'm going to do the same. All right, so chat, any stories y'all want to share with us? Anything y'all want to talk about? Like, that's what we're here for. We're here to, talk about things, questions that you guys have, anything like that. So if you have a question, drop it in chat. We'll get back to it, or we'll get to it and answer your question. Or if you just want to share a story or whatever. And this is my first night being here, so a lot of you don't even know me. But, hey, what's up, Goddess? Welcome in, welcome in. RJ will be right back. Enjoying the injury stories so you don't feel so bad about some of your own. Yeah. That's typical. That's typical. How are you tonight, Miss Goddess? Yeah, 101 ways to traumatize somebody for sure. I'm doing pretty good, Dragon. I'm doing pretty good. First night here, so I'm having some fun with it. We're telling some stories about, I don't know, some of the dumb shit we've done throughout our lives, and yeah. Doing good, doing good. Y'all missed the story about me cutting the tip of my finger off with an axe when I was a kid. But I'm sure we'll cover it again, Taking a cowboy boot heel to the forehead. Holy shit. Yeah. Right on. I have so many scars on my body. I can't even.
Testing,
there you
testing,
go.
testing.
She
There we
changed her
go.
name.
Sorry about that. My mic decided to act up while I was in the bathroom. when I came back to say something, it didn't work.
Oh, no worries.
Evil Goddess, welcome in.
Yeah, the wifey changed her name now.
I love it. I hope you know that I was just talking shit. You didn't actually have to do that. If you don't want to be affiliated with them, you don't have to. I mean, you have to for, I think, 2 weeks now, but after that, you can change it back. Doing good, Evil Goddess. How are you doing?
Nice.
What the...
Well, it always seems...
Ah.
It's funny how that works, too, because usually you end up getting hurt trying to do something nice for somebody else.
Yeah. I've heard that story a few times.
Right?
Do we bring up the story about the crankshaft?
My guess. I've given myself enough. There's
Wait, about the what?
Crankshaft. So, not...
Again, trying to be
This was,
helpful.
what, about 4.5 years ago now? Maybe
Yeah.
5?
4.5, 5 years ago.
Okay. So, Mercy and I were working together at the same shop with her father. And we were taking all the scrap metal and scrapping it because the owner of the shop didn't give a fuck. Well, amongst this was a motor that we disassembled. Because, you get better scrap when it's disassembled. I saw Graham say something about honest question. Must have been while I was at the bathroom because I just saw a reply to it. I'm sorry.
You just did it.
Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead with your story. I'll get back to it.
Okay. Alright, sorry about that. So we were then unloading it off of one trailer to separate it properly between aluminum, cast, iron, the good shit. I was having a few beers. I told her I had to go to the bathroom, not to touch the crankshaft. I would get it when I came back out.
I wanted to help. Fuck you. I don't listen to instructions well.
She decided she wanted to do it anyway to be nice and help. Mind you, my shoulder and back were acting up. I was already in pain, so she was trying to prevent me from doing more than I had to.
Right.
However, she did not have the proper grip when she lifted it up.
I did.
So then it ended up slipping out of her hand onto her big toe.
Oh, the whole fucking foot.
Yep.
Yeah, well, it broke the big toe.
No.
I thought it was a big toe.
I can imagine.
That was the last two? My bad.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I gave her shit about that for a while. You should have just waited. You should have just waited.
I mean, we have to take advantage whenever we have the opportunity, right?
I mean, it
So-
came out of a good place, but sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Right. So Grim, what about being part of the podcast interests me the most? So I've been around you guys for a short time now, and I've seen the amount of effort that everybody puts into trying to help other people grow. And in all honesty, that's what interests me the most about it. One, it gives me the opportunity to meet more of the Reaper community. It gives everybody a chance to meet me, and it gives me the ability to do what I enjoy doing, which is helping other people. If somebody comes in with a question, I know the answer to it, I'm able to answer that question for them and give back what has been given to me, because I've had so much help since I started streaming. Because when I came into this, I didn't know shit about Twitch. I didn't even know Twitch existed. And the next week, I was affiliated. Like, literally, I went from not even knowing Twitch existed to being affiliated in a week. So you can imagine the amount of information that I had coming in that week. And thankfully, I had some people that did know about Twitch that I was able to reach out to. They were able to give me the information that I needed to help me get started. And I started my Twitch streaming on a PlayStation. I think I was on a PlayStation for about 6 months before I went to a gaming PC, and I'll never go back. I'm PC for life now. No, I had no clue the ins and outs of it. None of it. No clue at all whatsoever.
Damn.
So Ruby asked, "What's the funniest event that we can think of that impacted us?" Oh, geez.
So I don't really have any funny events that impacted me. A lot of mine are a little fucked up. None are really
Right.
funny. I didn't have a good childhood, so I didn't really get a bunch of those funny events that impacted me too much. So I can't really put my 2 cents in on that one.
Right. I mean, I've had some funny shit happen. I can't really say that it really had an impact on me. I mean, I've always enjoyed comedy, and I find things funny that a lot of people don't. But, um, I have a relaxed look on it, a relaxed look on life, except for when it's time to be serious. But for the most part, I don't know. I just don't give a shit. Like, I just let people do what they want to do. I mind my business, and you know. But as far as comedy goes, I mean, shit, you can pick any day in Walmart. You can have all the comedy you need.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I'll never go back to PlayStation. I mean,
Mega. Yeah, fuck console.
yeah, yeah. It took me forever to switch. Like, people were telling me, "Oh, you should get a gaming PC. You should get a gaming PC." And then I'd get on there and look them up and be like, "Fuck, $2,000? No, I'm good. My PlayStation's paid for. I'm good." um, so let's see. It looks like you're sitting in a big ass chair. No, I'm not sitting in a big ass chair. This is just a little blanket that's hanging up on a shelf to hide all the shit behind me. So there's a big ass TV back there, and I mean, you can kind of see over my left shoulder on the wall there. I've got a rifle rack and a dresser over here. So yeah, I just put that up there to kind of hide the shit and kind of reflect the light a little bit too.
Nothing wrong with that. I need to figure out a better position for the light in this room because it's making half of me look really fucking pale.
Right.
I got you, got us with the hydrate.
Oh shit.
Of course, I'm actually dehydrating. He's hydrating, but is what
Right.
it
Yeah.
is.
Good old water.
Great value.
I
Let's
can't.
go.
I can't do caffeine, and I can't drink alcohol. I can, but not very much. So I got to go with water. Water and Sprite. Those are my two drinks.
So you can't do caffeine?
So I don't know if I can or not. Back when about 9 years ago, I had a very odd health issue come about. I was sitting at work in my patrol car, and I was really tired. It was about 5 o'clock in the morning. I had another hour of my shift, and I yawned, and my throat popped. Something in my throat popped. It hurt like hell. Um, at first, I actually almost, like, my brain went to somebody just shot me. But whatever happened, it was followed up by the entire left side of my body went numb, like from head to toe. You could draw a line straight down my head, down my nose, straight down the center of my body. And everything on the left side was numb. Everything on the right side I had feeling. So I hauled ass to the ER. And they started hooking me up. Gonna do I guess, check to see if I had a stroke or was having a stroke. The ER doctor came in, stuck his head through the curtain, didn't even come in the room all the way, and said, "He's not having a stroke, he's having an anxiety attack. Kick him loose, he's good." Very interesting. I've never had an issue with anxiety. Nobody in my family has ever had anxiety. It wasn't a stressful night. None of that. So anxiety just didn't add up. Well, they did what they said and they cut me loose. So I drove to another ER to get a second opinion. Of course, it was the same ownership. So all that doctor did was pull up my file from the other one and say, oh, it's anxiety. So they had me convinced for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years after this started that I had an anxiety disorder. Had me on all kinds of different medications, weren't working. The only thing that they ever put me on that kind of helped was Xanax, and I don't think it really helped the situation. It just made me not give a shit. But yeah, they told me then that I could not drink caffeine, that it would trigger the anxiety attacks. So I quit drinking caffeine. And I've just never, I don't know, never started drinking it again.
Okay. You ever forget what it actually was?
No, 9 years into it, they still can't figure it out.
Interesting.
Ruby, no headache with it. At least not that I remember. Now, I do get headaches from time to time now, but yeah, back when all that happened, I was completely healthy, was never sick. I was in decent shape,
You're a little dark.
but, rounds of shape, right? So, but I was working as a police officer. And, so I had to maintain somewhat of a, decent shape to be able to handle myself as a cop. But yeah, after that happened, everything went downhill. I started losing muscle tone. There's been a laundry list of symptoms over the years. And they just can't figure out what it is.
That's crazy. Quote, evil got us there without meaning to. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's amazing how people who are supposed to be able to help fix and heal your body can't figure out some of these things. Don't get me wrong, I understand
Right.
some of them are very hard to decipher and all that stuff, but how quickly they dismiss it as something minor when it's not.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I'll just say yeah, because I don't want to get into that topic.
You and me both.
Yeah. There's a lot that I could say on that topic, but nah.
Yeah,
I can say this. It has led to me not trusting doctors too much.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I'll say on that is the Navy doctors told me I was faking my shoulder pain and injury.
Nice.
When
Yeah.
they told me to go and take the physical readiness test, which is semi-annual test you have to take. And you have to do X amount of push-ups, sit-ups, and run a mile and a half in X amount of time. I
Right.
was doing the push-ups and my left arm gave out completely and I face planted into the basketball court.
Damn it.
Yeah, and I was told I was faking it, and the higher ups who were overseeing the test said there's no way he faked it. Nobody would go as hard as he did into the basketball court for a fucking fake injury.
Right.
But they said nope, he was faking it, so he failed and he's out. All right, fuck you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that
Yep.
was
Yep.
fun.
Yep.
So I'm with you there because ever since then, no doctors want to touch my shoulder or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, the
I
healthcare industry isn't what it used to be, anyways. I mean, it's kind of like products. We don't have the same products now that we had 20 years ago.
No, but
Yeah.
the healthcare should have gotten better, especially with how much more expensive it got and all the new
Right.
advances in technology. It should have gotten better, not worse.
Right. Exactly.
Ruby said they were going to say hemiplegic migraine, and theirs was the same symptoms, and they put me on anxiety medication, and it made her feel like shit.
Yep.
Interesting.
And I can probably, after being married to her for 15 years, coming up on 16 years in July, she's probably in there looking that up. Because, I mean, that's the thing, dude. Like, it's been so. I've had testing done for almost everything you can imagine. I don't know how many MRIs, CTs, ultrasounds, x rays, blood tests. Good God. Like, they can't even get blood out of me anymore. They've taken it all. It's all already fucking gone. They've already taken it.
You say that, but if you didn't have blood, you wouldn't be
Right.
here.
Exactly. But it's funny, though, because now I have to go to a specialist just to get a blood draw.
That's because the number of draws they have done have scarred your
Right.
veins in those spots to where the needles don't puncture them properly anymore. So you have to go to a specialist so they can get in there and get it without dealing more damage.
Exactly.
They thought yours was POTS first. I'm assuming POTS is an acronym for something?
Yes. Oh god, I forget the O. Tachycardia syndrome. Condition, basically.
Okay.
In layman's terms, to simplify for life, the condition.
Okay.
The Fox test is fucking wild. They put you on bed.
You were correct,
See?
and it's interesting the similarities.
Yep. And the reason that I knew that she was looking that up is because we have literally had so many tests done that all come back negative that we're looking for the weirdest shit possible and imaginable just to compare the symptoms to. So after the stream, I'll be looking that up too because she's saying that it's similar and, you know, stuff like that. Because the list of symptoms that I have is astronomical. It's ridiculous. And like everything these days, if you look up the symptoms for anxiety, shit, everybody's got it. Everybody. And that's the easiest go-to thing these days. So.
Yep, anxiety and depression are some of the most commonly diagnosed things anymore.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong, I do believe that part of that is because of how long it went undiagnosed, and people said, "Oh, you just need to grow up, or you just don't know what you're doing," blah blah blah, that kind of bullshit. But
I mean, I got to be a little bit honest. I still feel that way to some degree.
yes, to some degree. But I also understand that there are cases where it is an actual issue as well.
Right, exactly.
But I think the medical field went from one extreme to the next. They didn't find the middle ground of it.
I
It
agree.
went from nobody's got this to everybody's got this.
Right.
You know? Stuff with the
Well,
internet because of that.
to me, it kind of reminds me of, you know, if your car breaks down and you take it to a mechanic.
Hey, now,
And they
watch what you're
say,
saying.
"Oh no! It's not about mechanics. Nothing bad about mechanics."
I'm fucking with you. I don't care.
You take your car to a mechanic though, and let's say a customer brings you a car, and they say, "I don't know what's wrong with it. Fix it." And you say, "Okay, it'll be $20,000 to fix your car." I know that's a high number, but you'll see my point here in a minute. And you say, you know, all right, it's going to be $20,000 to fix your car, and you go in there and you take the air filter out and blow it out with an air compressor, and stick it back in, and hand them their car back and say, "Okay, you now owe me $20,000. Would you, as a consumer, pay that much? No. Hell no. Nobody's going to pay a mechanic $20,000 to blow out their air filter. But if you think about it, we do it all the time with the medical industry. We go in for such and such, like just the most minor basic shit. And if you go to the ER, you got a $10,000, $20,000 bill. And they gave you Tylenol. Don't pay a mechanic to do anything.
No, he just
Right.
calls up his buddy who's a mechanic and asks him questions.
Yeah. I mean, I work on my own shit too.
Country, how's that car coming along though?
The best part, I call you. If you don't know, I call Dad. If he doesn't know, I'll call fucking Uncle Danny.
I know,
All right,
Country.
so
I just gotta give you shit.
I'll be right back with y'all.
Extremely true.
I'm gonna
Okay.
take a restroom break.
Gotcha.
I don't know it. You don't know it. Dad knows.
Yeah, for those of you who are new and you didn't know, I am an automotive mechanic. So,
Yeah.
oh God, what's going on with your dad's truck?
Oh Lord.
Who are you talking with over there?
No one. Just myself.
I'm confuzzled.
About what?
What I just saw on RjTheBeheader.
Oh yeah, no. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about that.
I'm sorry. I
was
got
down there for testing with set account.
understood.
It's the same person on.
I figured with the name. I was just confused as shit.
He was testing something.
But sorry guys, I got distracted as fuck because why not? Excuse me. But I am an automotive mechanic, so if you have questions related to that, I am more than willing to answer to the best of my ability. There are some things that you cannot answer without putting your hands on the vehicle, though. But if you have car questions, I will do my best to help you. Oil pump went out.
All right, I'm back.
What kind of truck is it, Country? I mean, may as well replace the oil pan gasket while you're there, and if it's a fucking Chevy, replace the goddamn rear main seal.
Right. Chevys. Gotta love them.
You know, at that rate, replace the whole thing, the whole truck.
Country said the oil pump went out in his dad's truck, 2000 GMC Sierra. Yeah, you may as well pull the trans and do a rear main seal while you're in there. But oil pump went out in his dad's truck, and they're replacing water pump, thermostat, timing chain, and timing chain gears while they're in there.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's two-wheel drive, so you don't have to fight the front diff. But you know.
Damn laundry load.
I've got a 2011 Silverado,
I'm sorry.
2500 HD. It's been a damn good truck, man. I can't complain about it one bit.
Surprising, because 07 is when they introduced the active fuel management on those motors, I think.
Yeah.
And most of them have issues. Yeah, I know you do, Country. Yeah, well, good that's two-wheel drive. But most of those active fuel managements around 100 to 150,000 miles wipe something on the fucking camshaft and fuck the motor.